And welcome everyone. Glad to have you on board today. I'm your host, DrFox2000, and this is VolcanoX live stream. I'm glad to have you guys all on board. Chris Bill, 20 minutes and nothing. What do you mean 20 minutes and nothing, Chris? And that the show doesn't start till actually 5 more minutes from now. So I guess, Chris Bill, you're a little early. Anyway, let's do wonderful stuff here and get going at it. Of course, what you see on the screen is Cumbre Vieja volcano from last year. That was September 26th. And that's what we were seeing at that point in time. Of course, we're showing this stuff because we don't have any other live volcanoes doing anything like this right now. So that is why we've got older, pardon the expression, canned lava on the screen. Anyway, welcome everyone to the show. We do have a bunch of different things that we can go through though, and we will. Some of it is a little on the interesting side, so we'll take a look and see what happens. First off, welcome to my moderators, Arizona Snowman, Piggy, CND Boy, Lucas Snow, and Joseph Fields Official, and possibly Gary in the background as well. And I see, and I'm not sure if I'm going to pronounce your name right there. Is it Al Sear or Al Kier? Al Sear? I hope it's right. Al Sear Lins from Brazil. I hope I got it right. Anyway, welcome. I'm going to go through all the names right away here and just say hi to everyone right off the bat. And we do see all kinds of people in here already, so that is great. Anyway, first person in today was Sue Hayes. So Sue gets the cookies, and there you go. That is excellent. And do appreciate having people pop in as soon as I kick the thing on live, and rather than having you sit there twiddling your thumbs for 10, 15, 20 minutes or whatever it is, we turn around and put something on the screen that at least resembles and works with our stream here. And of course, that is some of the older footage from other volcanoes. So pretty cool. Anyway, welcome to everyone. I'm going to start off with saying welcome, of course, to Sue Hayes, and then we've got Sophie is here, DJ Puff the Third in the house, Mars 2028, welcome. Mona Alfano back again, and we have Eclair Lins, if I said it right, from Brazil, welcome. Going up a little bit more, Kevin Haynes, Henry Nelson, we got welcome. Going up on Mars 2028, we got Chris Bill, and I hope you're hanging in there, Chris. Welcome. Tetra is in the house. Glad to have you on board. I see Gura made it in as well. And did I say Kevin Haynes? Of course I did. Going up some more. We've got Henry Nelson is back as well. Good to have you on board. And scrolling up to see what other good names I can see. King Colin Deadman. And good to have you on board. Glad they got the fires under control, and too bad that your roads are all messed up. And let's see, go up a little bit further here. Sandra Rocklin is back as well. Welcome, Sandra. Going up some more, and who else do we find? Okay, we got Kevin. Going up here, and we'll see who we need to say hi to yet. Lots of people chit-chatting though, which is actually great, and we do appreciate that. So awesome to see. And let's see, going up a little more, and so far I'm not seeing any other names. Scruffy D, or sorry, Scruffy Page, 3D. Brought up the 3D map. Okay, Scruffy, no problem. Welcome. Glad to have you in here. OFU Lux from Luxembourg flew in just for the occasion. That is awesome. Nancy Buchanan back in the house. Welcome back, Nancy. Good to see you. And I am up as high as I can go in the chat. I'm back down to the bottom to see who else I might have missed, like Linda Schoof or somebody like that. You know, welcome, Linda. Tetra is here. Tetra is Mark the Shark has 6 puppies. All right, cool stuff, Tetra. Thanks, and that is awesome. And I think that's about good for saying hi to everyone for right now. And we are going to leave our wonderful, lovely volcano and go into our actual stuff that we need to look at today. So let's pop over to Italy first off, and that's actually Sicily. And there we go. This, of course, is Weather Sicily's camera on Etna. Unfortunately, it is dark there, so we can't see a darn thing. But we have a remedy for that. And Grandma B just popped in, as well as Kate. Welcome, you guys. One fish made it in as well. Boy, they all popped in at the same time. Poof. Anyway, here is what we had. Did I say hi to DJ? DJ Puff the Third? Got him now anyway, and all good. Okay, so during the day, because it's been very dry and very hot in Sicily, we don't, we know that things catch on fire pretty quick, especially in wooded areas where you have lots of people doing bad things, like, you know, throwing cigarette butts and who knows what. But it doesn't take long for a fire to develop. And that is part of the scene today in the captured video that I've got here. So I'm going to let that play, and you guys will obviously see where the fire is. That's without a doubt down on the forefront on the left-hand side there. But while that fire is burning, take a look up at Etna, and most of the clouds and smoke are headed towards the camera, making it somewhat difficult to see where it is actually coming from. We do know that the vent on the other side with that very high iron content is still in play, as well as the very top vent on the mountain itself. So those are the two, but you do notice that fire is getting a little bit more intense down on the bottom forefront there, and that looks kind of nasty. And yeah, it was burning for a while, and unfortunately that is the way it is when things are dry. It'll happen like that. You know, there's nothing that we can do to stop it as per se, other than you know, caution and care, and don't throw lit cigarette butts, that kind of thing out, and all that stuff. So yeah, that burned for a while. Now, I don't know exactly how they were working on putting it out. I didn't see any water bombers come in there, and I thought maybe that's what they've got going on there, but it looks like they were doing other things, some kind of water cannon or something at 1 or 2 points in time there, shooting it up and blasting it. So looks familiar, Doc. I like my town. Okay, Colin Deadman. I didn't know you had a volcano the size of Etna in your town, but King Colin, I'm sure you could have accomplished that. Toxic air, yep, you bet, and it's all coming towards the camera. Good thing the camera doesn't provide that right through to us here. So that's kind of what we're seeing. Anyway, that is what was happening for the most part. I did speak with Yvonne today about, because she is in Sicily, not too far away from the volcano, and they didn't have anything weird happening, no difference in tremors, and not much difference in anything really. It's been smoking like this for a little while. So that's it, and that was it for that piece of video. What? Not Kunkel? Yes, Yvonne Kunkel is there. Of course she is. She's doing her thing. And oh boy, I've got a real garden going on here. I've got a bunny eating, Curly is eating, and then we've got magpies in there trying to eat the bunny food, and Curly just chased it out, and we've got more. Anyway, now I'm confused. Sorry. Sophie, why are you confused? Yvonne Kunkel normally lives in Germany. She's a volcanologist. She's over at over in Sicily at Mount Etna. She's there till Sunday, and she will leave on Sunday and go back home to Germany. Hopefully that clarified it. And my family is on a cruise in Italy with a trip scheduled to Etna. Oh, that'd be awesome, Kate. Wish I was there. Al Sanchez, what's up, Doc? Glad to have you on board, Al. Yeah, we got two Yvonnes. Yvonne Kunkel, and that's Y Kunkel is the one that you see in the chat, and then the other one is Yvonne Vandermeer, who just got back from Iceland. Okay, so yes, we have two Yvonnes. Let's not get them confused. They're both lovely, lovely ladies, I'm sure. Me too, Dr. Fox. I'm cat sitting. Cat sitting? Okay. Interesting. It's I just find it amazing that these magpies here. We've had just a lot of magpies today. I don't know. I counted 9 earlier this morning, and it's just an infestation here all of a sudden. Anyway, sorry guys, I'm sidetracking. Okay, getting on. So that was what we've seen. This is what the scene is like right now, and we are not seeing anything popping out up in the top areas. I'm trying to get my mouse to work on that thing. Show the mouse. There we go. So yeah, nothing coming up out of Etna up in the top here. Nothing, no lava that's visible. So that's kind of where we're at, and nothing we can do about it. So I don't want to spend a lot of time on there. I'm sure we'll see if there's anything new in Etna. We will definitely keep our eyes on it. Don't get magpies in my area. Yeah, yeah, you don't want magpies. There's too many of them now. Anyway, DJ Puff says Oliver Sutton. Well, Oliver Sutton isn't here, but that's okay. Moving on, we are going to pop over to Iceland and see, or rather not see, but we are going to Iceland anyway, and this is what downtown looks like right now. And you can probably guess what the next problem is, as since downtown is hardly visible, you would be very, very correct in assuming that we are not going to see anything of Ragnar. And this is what the screen has been all day with Ragnar, which is a shame. It's unfortunate. We did have a little bit of luck trying to see a little bit there, and that is Not Haggy Valley off of one of the still cameras. but we are still not seeing Ragnar. And you can see how cloudy it is. And of course, the camera is mounted over there looking across at Ragnar, and you see how much cloud there is. So, no, not moss fires, just clouds. Clouds. Lots and lots of clouds. Kim Raudenbush creeps in as what stays long enough to push the thumbs up, and a booby trap docks Pepsi cooler with an air horn before creeping back out. Except for I have a camera pointed right at it, and I see you, you scoundrel. All right, I got him. Anyway, fogginess, yes. Very, very low level clouds is what we call them. Abhishek, hopefully you're going to speak English. We do only allow English in this chat, so no other languages, thank you. And welcome. And let's see what else we got going on here. Let's get over to the harmonic tremor chart. This is what is kind of made me go, what's going on? And it also made Yvonne Kunkel kind of question what's going on. Hang on, I gotta close the window here. Some guy decided it's time to mow his lawn. You know, right? Never mind. It happens, guys. It happens. Anyway, this is for Fragerelfjall, or if you want to call it Ragnar. That is absolutely good. Al Sanchez says, Doc won't let me speak Barrio Loco. No speaky Barrio Loco. I don't even speak a wonky donkey. Anyway, Ragnar, or Fragerdelfjall, if you want to call it that. But let's look and see what we've got going on here. So, of course, you see this massive, massive upward trend. And this morning when I was watching this, I'm going to myself, wow, what the heck is going on? Are we going to keep going? And because this is well over the 4,000 mark. And I thought, yeah, this is going to shoot right up and we're going to get an eruption. But no such luck. No. It was headed up there, and then it decided to change. And it got just as much of a drop as it did a rise. So kind of wondering what the heck was going on. I tried to locate earthquakes, and that would have happened right in this area. To stop it from going up, and I really didn't find too much going on there, and I was trying to find out why it was headed up as steeply as it was as well, and we really can't see much. The only thing that we've got here is from yesterday, about here is where it started going. So these two quakes together, that's kind of the catalyst for it, and then all of a sudden it starts rising, and then we had a couple of little dips, but it then kept on going. And I mean, really, when you see that, my heart starts pounding, saying, hey, what's going on? We really do need to figure that out. Anyway, that's it. That's what we're seeing here in the chart today. And then, of course, it had a sharp decline. We do have an earthquake nearby, or possibly two of them. Not overly large, but that's about it. Abhishek, this is not a dating site, Abhishek. And if you do that again, you will be removed, okay? This is a volcano stream. Good evening, Yvonne Kunkel. Glad to have you on board. Bloxy Man also here. Thank you for popping in. And excellent. So that's what we were seeing. And when we slide down to, actually, let me put this as a mark here. this is kind of when it went back down. So I'm going to leave the mouse right about here, and we'll use that as a marker on the other ones and see if we see anything or notice anything as we slide through. So all of them seem to have something in that. This particular chart got kick-started right when that happened. That was neat. And then as we slide down here, we can see, you know, like there's some areas just absolutely nothing in comparison to what was going on. Then we get here, and again, really nothing that would make you wonder. And then what is this here? Why all of a sudden have we got this an upward and then downward trend, then it starts going up again? Kind of really odd. And going down, and we're down here at Grindavik's chart now. Sorry, I went a little bit too far there, but that is right in the same spot, and that's where it dropped off. So what the heck is going on? The quakes that we had obviously must have been a little closer to Frageralfjall sensor than they were to the Grindavik one, and that is what we are seeing right there. So that's pretty straightforward, and I'm not sure what to think of it, but you know how it goes. Volcanoes are very mysterious things. They do what they like, so pretty cool. Let's pop over to the earthquake map, and we'll take a look and see what we've got for quakes for today. As soon as I find it, there we go, and we'll zoom it out just a tad and kind of give you a general overview. We did have some out here on the Rikens Ridge, a couple more just before the peninsula, one there, and then obviously you see one that is Bardabunga is there, Grimsvatn here, so that other guy right there. One little one here at Astja, then this guy up here, not sure what that's about. And of course, we take a look up in the water, we don't see anything else further out. We are going to go have a look at this 1.7 first, and that happened when, come on, you can click on it. There we go, 1554 and 13.8 kilometers down for that 1.7 in magnitude. And let's see. Hey, Yvonne, Yvonne Kunkel, did you see the video from earlier there? I don't know if you got in time to have a look at it. The one that I had with the fire on it. Not sure if you got that. Anyway, this 1.7 here at Astja happened at 3:38 a.m., 5.1 kilometers down, 1.7 in magnitude. So I'm not sure what all will happen there. No, I didn't see it. Okay. I'll see what we can do when we finish with this here. We'll try to pop back over, and I'll show that time lapse again. So anyway, that was Astja, not much happening there. And then let's take a look at this guy right here. It's a 2.0, 11.6 kilometers down, 2:45 a.m. On this 2.0. And really, we don't see anything around Grimsvatn or Bardabunga. So that being right there, a fairly low quake, and not sure what to think about it. Sliding over a little bit, and of course there's our Rikens Peninsula, Rikens Peninsula, and Reykjavik, and of course at Keflavik Airport, Keflavik, Yardvik, Reykjanesbar, and slide over a little bit here. You can see this is the Blue Lagoon, the power plant, and the town of Grindavik. So when we're zoomed out, we do see this quake here, and that's interesting to see. I tried to see when that guy happened, so 1206. That would have been one of the quakes that we seen on there. That one was 7.5 kilometers down. 1.6, not that big, but it is out there. That might have shown up on our Fuego del Fiol sensor, more so than what you would have seen over here. But we don't see anything else in between here that is above a 1 in size. So that is kind of weird and odd, but let's zoom in. A 1.7 right here. This is 1.1 kilometers down, so very shallow quake. And 12:46 a.m. is, or p.m. Is when that happened, or quarter to 1 in the afternoon. There's also this 1.5, 7:18 a.m., 4.9 kilometers down for that guy. And they seem to be straddling the ridge. The ridge would be right in the middle here, but this stuff is definitely cutting through the ridge. And we're going to take a look here. There's not as many quakes as there were yesterday. This is from yesterday, this one. 2042 was the time on it, 1.9 and 13.4 kilometers down. This 2.3 though is new, came in at 41 minutes after midnight, 15.5 kilometers down, and again 2.3 in magnitude. Then we also have this 1.4 down here. Yesterday's at, well, from 31, 7 kilometers down. So kind of interesting to see a lot of those things out there, but what's that really doing for us, right? It's, I don't know, it's kind of weird, and it doesn't explain what was going on. I'm going to go to the other map here, and first I'm kind of checking out in the other outer abysses of the world, and don't see anything. Let's go back over to Astia first. We did see the one quake there. There's also a smaller one, 0.37, happened at 7 minutes after 5 a.m. and 5.25 kilometers down. So it did have a little buddy there, but he didn't do a heck of a lot. Going in there, we see that is Bardabanga, and that is the 2.05 that we've got there. And there's Grimsvatn, and we do see a 0.8 over here, 8.4 kilometers down, happened at 1919 today, Icelandic time. So a little extra activity that wasn't on the other map. We also have this 1.4 down here, 3.2 kilometers down, 1947 was the time from today on this guy. Sliding over a bit more, we didn't see these ones on the other map either. 0.3, that's probably why they're below 1. So 5.3 kilometers down, 2019, or just about 2020 is the time on that. This is a 0.8, 1.1 kilometers down, a 1711 was the time on that guy, and very close to Selfloss. I'll get it. And this 0.87, it is a 7.38 kilometers down, 8:15 a.m. today. And sliding over a little bit more, this guy here is, where are we here? Yeah, we've seen that guy, so that is a 1.67.5 kilometers down, and 1806 is the time. Doc, what happens? Okay, what would happen if there was an eruption a few kilometers out to sea from the end of the peninsula? Fireworks. You would end up, well, you'd end up with some nasty explosions, depending on exactly how it would form. That is kind of an interesting little adventure. Hey, Piggy, welcome, and glad to have you on board. By the way, I put your cart out early there for you so you can zoom around and get your cart and your crayons. and that'll all be good. I also see BMAT is here. Welcome, Lane. Lane Allaire and Judy L. Welcome, you guys. Grandma B is also here. Good to have all of you on board, and nice to see. Anyway, we did see these two, so I'm not going to worry about them, but I'm going to zoom in here a little bit. Now, remember we had all those little tiny quakes in here before, and we're down to 2, you guys. So things have really calmed down in this area. This 0.24 is not very deep, though. It's 0.84 kilometers down, so 843 kilometers, or sorry, 843 meters below the surface, and that is what we're seeing right there, and very small. From 1548 was the time on that. Going to the other guy over here, that was a 0.15, 5.6 kilometers down on that. Really not a very scary or worrisome depth, and 35 minutes after midnight for that guy. So that's kind of what we've got, and not seeing too much else. It does show the other ones out here, but we really don't have too much else. What is this guy? LD. I used to be a volcano, and LD could erupt. Now, this is where it would get interesting on Mars 2028. Say, as an example, LD did happen to erupt. The first thing that would happen, of course, is where is the magma coming up? Okay, and that is the important part. If we end up getting an earthquake and it opens up a chasm of some sort, and we get seawater rushing in, of course that seawater will superheat real quick once it hits the magma, and of course we know that the water will turn to steam, expand over 100 times the original volume of that water, and it will create an explosion. And if that is the scenario, that first explosion will blast out a bunch of stuff, and the water will come back in, rush back in, and I'm sure there will be more magma there. And once the magma hits the water again, or the water hits the magma again, it'll repeat. It'll be a boom, 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 boom. It's just a repetitive process till it has blown enough material out. And Henry Nelson says a tsunami recipe, and yes, it could very likely be, and it depends on how big it ends up being, right? If you have just a small intrusion, of course that small intrusion isn't going to do as much as something that would be, say, the size of Hunga Ha'apai over in Tonga, and that left and what is it, roughly an 800 meter deep hole in the ocean floor. Okay, that's well below the water level, so that would be pretty nasty. And of course that one is exactly what happened with the underwater explosion. So you could have a repeat scenario such as that as well, but it goes both ways. It doesn't necessarily have to do that. It can just bubble up and start turning into kind of a pillow lava as it's bubbling out of there, and it won't blow. It just depends on how quick and what happens. Yeah, no wonder you want Ragnar to come back. Yeah, it's a tourist volcano. It's nice. I like Ragnar. Anyway, going back to that map, going to zoom that back out a little bit. And I'm looking at the break time here pretty quick. So that is all cool. And we do like both maps, so we do have actually all 3 maps. I didn't set the other one up today, which is fine, but you guys are welcome to try to use any of them, and they do work. But if you want smaller earthquakes, this one on the screen here is the one that you want. So the links are in there, and you guys can always bring those up. Earthquake 1 and Earthquake 2, I do believe, or something, Earthquake 2 or an Earthquake 3. I can't remember exactly what they are. They are in the description, though. You guys can go in there and utilize them as you desire. All right, Dr. Pepper, please bot. No Dr. Pepper. Oh, you getting a Dr. Pepper? Darn. He told me he didn't have any earlier. That guy. Ha. Okay, no, don't send Pop It out. We don't want Pop It yet. You guys, keep smiling. Be good. I'm going to get ready for a break here. And I'm just going to line up our next little segment. And hopefully I will make that work. And here we go. Oh, yeah, sure. The gremlins are back already. And where is it? There, I got it. I know it's gremlins, you guys. It's gremlins. They are here, and they are there to bug me and torment me. And I know it's, look, there it is, a gremlin. I don't like those. Anyway, you guys, I'm going to go for a 5-minute break. For those good people who have not yet hit that like button, please do consider hitting the like. And that would really make me happy. Also, if you have not yet subscribed, please do consider hitting that subscribe button. And DJ Puff the Third, that is a 1974 Gremlin. It's not funny looking. Come on, be nice. They are, it's a Gremlin. It's the real McCoy. Long before that other movie came out. Mogwai. All right. What? I just got my leg out. Uh-oh. Spooky. Easy. Okay, back to sleep. Okay, Yvonne, before you take off, I'm going to do what I don't normally do here. I did say I promised to show you that other video. Just stick around for that one. I'm going to show it to you right now. And this was from Semeru earlier. And then you guys can have a quick peek beforehand. Anyway, yeah, the stars are falling. And this is a little time lapse I made of Semeru. It's just a short little clip. But this was while the clouds were gone. And I did promise I would play that for Yvonne so she could see, watch the stars falling into the volcano. Anyway, that's kind of what we had. So Yvonne, on those pleasant notes, take care, have a good night, and sleep well. And hopefully you'll have a productive day tomorrow. And just think, Sunday you'll be home. It'll be good. And that is all cool. Okay, and that's it for that little bit of video. So I'm going to turn that guy back off. We'll put you back over here to the lava. And, oh, come on. Go over there. We'll make it happen. And there we go. And I'm going to go take that break. I'll be back in 5 minutes, you guys. And take care, and don't go anywhere. And keep smiling. You're welcome, Yvonne. And good night and pleasant dreams. And there's some music. If it'll come on, it should. Yeah, it is. All right. I'll be back in a few minutes. Patricia, welcome. And I'm going on break. I will be back in about 5 or 6 minutes. Don't go away. go. I got the microphone back on. Welcome everyone, or welcome back. I'm glad to have you guys on board. I'm your host, DrFox2000, located here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, where it is kind of, sort of, not knowing what it's doing. Rain, sunshine, clouds. It's all kinds of flavors right now. So, pretty cool, and thank you, and glad to be back. Andy Morgan, welcome. Glad to have you on here. Daryl R, welcome. Alba Girl also popped in. Thanks, Mars 2028. Sasha is also back in the channel. I see a Wonky Donkey made it in. Diane Craig just popped in to say hello, and we're going to try to get some sleep. Sleep is always nice, and that definitely is worthwhile, Diane, and go for it. Pleasant dreams. And let's see, Sharon Stewart we got, Bloxy Man we got, okay, Alba Girl we got, okay, good. We can slide back down here and see what else we can take a look at. I'm going to use my magical power here and stop that volcano. Kittens are great. Thank you all for okay, they got their eyes open. Oh my God, they're going to be terrorists now. Do not let Poppet train them, okay? Poppet will create more Krakens. We don't need that. Anyway, that is all awesome, you guys. So we did have a look around a little bit. Let's see what else we got on our wonderful agendas here. Of course, we pop over to the Azores, right in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. And this is, we are on the island of St. George, looking down at a harbor that's all lit up. And of course, across the way there, you see the lights of Pico Island. And very hard to tell, but Fayal Island is back there as well. Normally, Pico Island, you would see the wonderful big Mount Montana that's actually there like that in that picture. So that gives you a pretty good idea where that is and what it looks like with a little bit more light on it. And it's always difficult to judge things at night. So let me see if I can actually get on there, and we're going to change things. By the way, that is moonlight reflecting off of the water. That is really, really nice. I like that. Moonlight. Beautiful. And next picture, and of course this is the cam that is looking at the little cove or bay, if you want to call it that. We look down here to see how much white water there is. It gives us a pretty good indicator of how rough the seas are. So that's kind of what's happening there. And it is fairly rough. Don't go taking your little boat out. You need big ones. And of course, again, in the harbor, somebody did this, so we can't tell. I wonder if they've got their video working today. No, they don't. Hang on, it's trying to load. I wonder if it is workable. Let's see. Nope, it doesn't work. So I was hoping that the whole day was captured, but they didn't. It's okay. Anyway, moving on, let's take a look at the earthquakes for the area. And let me straighten that screen out so it's a little bit bigger. There we go. And of course, this is zoomed out a whole bunch so you can actually see where we are. This is Portugal and Spain right there, and Morocco down here. And, of course, down here is the Canary Islands. These are the Azore Islands, and of course that is the mid-Atlantic ridge going through here. And then you have the separation between the Eurasian plate and the African plate right there. So this is kind of sitting right in that hot spot of all kinds of different things happening. Anyway, not a whole lot of earthquakes today. I'm going to zoom this in a whole bunch. and you get a little bit more of an idea where the islands are in comparison. Now there's Pico Island. This is Sao George, or Sao Jorge, if you want to say it in Spanish. And that is kind of what we're looking at. The only earthquake we see on today's list is this 2.6, and there it is there, happened at 1655, and that is on the island, and really the only one today. 2.6, not incredibly big, but also not incredibly small. Looking at the other one here, I'm going to refresh this one just in case, and let's see if we can make that a little bit bigger. There we go. And of course that's exactly what it shows here. It shows that 2.6 to be a 2.8, and that's where it's always a little bit confusing when you're looking at different maps and wondering. Dr. Fox, Sao George is owned by Portugal, so they speak Portuguese. Yes, that is correct, Sue. They do, but they also speak English very well, from what my understanding is. They are a multilingual type country, and I guess because I know why. It's because in the past history, okay, and I've mentioned this once before here, is way back when airliners first started flying across the ocean. The fuel tanks on the airliners weren't big enough to be able to make it all the way, and they needed to stop somewhere and be able to get fuel. And this is what the Azores came in for, as far as the old big airliners that they had at the time. Most of them were amphibious, and they would fly to the Azores, refuel, and then fly on over to New York or whatever that destination would be. And from that, they ended up having a very high English-speaking populace as well. Oh, I said Spain? No, I didn't mean to say Spain. It is Portugal that owns it, but they Spanish and Portuguese maybe. Yep, they do speak well, Portuguese and Spanish are so close that you're not going to know much of the difference. Especially for a guy like me, I wouldn't know the difference. If I hear one, it sounds just like the other. Anyway, that is what we've got, and if I did say that wrong, then that's my bad. But it is Portugal that owns the Azores, and definitely what it is. And the Canary Islands are part of Spain, just so we have that clear as well. Anyway, we do see it here, 2.8. The other chart said 2.6, 8 kilometers down. And really, I don't need to look at this, but we'll try to bring it up anyway. There we go, 8 kilometer mark right there. And that's what we're seeing for today, 7th and 8th. And that's where it was. So that's it. And all right, I'm going to take care of that. So that's it for the Azores. I'll leave that be. We'll move on to our next volcanoes. And of course, that is unfortunately another poor sight today. That's going to be like most of our volcanoes, you guys. It's not so good today as far as visibility. That, of course, is in Mexico, Popocatépetl. And if we go back about, let's see, can we see it at 5.5 hours ago? And that is about 5.5 hours ago. We don't see too much. 6.5 hours ago. And yeah, oh, hang on, maybe 9, just about 10 hours ago. That is what it was looking like. Oh, we might even have the top showing. Let's see. What about right there? darn it, close, but no cigar. 10 hours and 7 minutes ago, that's what it looked like with those nasty clouds. That's pretty awesome looking, the way those clouds are just pulling right over it. So pretty cool. And oh, hang on, maybe we did have a clear. Yeah, there we go. That is wow, that's 11 hours ago. 7:43 a.m. Their time. That is what Popocatépetl looked like. I'm going to put that back alive, and we're going to take another look at the other views here, and we'll go back in time same amount just to see 10 and a quarter hours right there. You can see some of the off-gassing on top, and of course some of those clouds are starting to come in. And we'll put that guy back on live and look at the other one. Go back about 10 hours again, 10 and a half hours, and there we go. That actually is a pretty nice shot, and well, it was until that commercial came along. All right, let's see if we can skip that. There we go. Anyway, there. So 10 and a half hours ago, that was pretty cool. Yeah, and we're not seeing a heck of a lot come out of it. And I was hoping we'd see a little bit of glow at night, but I didn't see anything last night. The night before, we did actually have a little bit of a glow. There is, and I'm surprised we can see this one. This is El Volcán de Colima, or Fuego de Colima, and that is south of the city of Guadalajara, Mexico, and that is what that is looking like. It did poke its head out just for the show, which is really, really nice, but we don't see anything coming out of it. And even if there was, it would be very minor right now. So that one, not doing too much. Moving over to the next one, and I was trying to record most of this all day here, and this is what I recorded all day long. You guys, since they took their DVR function off the channel, which is really poor, but we can't go back 12 hours and see if there was anything, but that's kind of what we're stuck with. So this would have been Fuego in Guatemala, okay, in the country of Guatemala. So Fuego, no go today. And sliding down a little bit further from Guatemala, we're going to the next country, which is Nicaragua. And Tolica still not working with that camera. And this is amazing. A second day in a row. Hang on. No, not second day in a row. I lied to you. This is from yesterday. I was going to say, geez, that picture, 2 days in a row we get the same quality of picture, but that is yesterday's picture. So I guess the camera is not working either. And that is Momotombo in Nicaragua, and we don't have an updated picture from today. Let's pop over, yeah, so freeze frame, and there we go. This one is current though, as you can see by the date and time on the bottom, and that is Masaya volcano, which is also located in Nicaragua. And we can definitely see Messiah's caldera edges here, and the off-gassing it's doing. So looking pretty darn good. Okay, and that is good for there. Let's move over, and we are going to have a quick peek at this guy. And that is Merapi, and that is in Indonesia. And Merapi has been relatively quiet. Haven't seen too much popping on it. And let's see if we can find at least a little bit. As soon as I find it, there we go. Back into the darkness we go. and trying to avoid some of the clouds as we go in. There's the spot, let's see, right about here or thereabouts. Again, right over top of that cloud being right in there, just absolutely wonderful. Clear skies in the background, and then a cloud right in front of the camera view. And same thing with this one as well as right here. So, hey, BMAT, 3 month already, and have been what must have been fun. Okay, well, I'm glad it's fun. And thanks for being here, BMAT, and supporting the channel. And of course, right there you can see it did light up. We're not seeing any of the bacon sliding down below it yet. And what I mentioned, it was really not that big of eruptions that were happening. Thank you for the 5-minute warning, Piggy, and that is awesome. So I'm going back a little bit further. Maybe we will see a little trickle of bacon right down there. Not much though. It really is not a huge flow of bacon coming down the hill. There's a little bit more coming. It really lights up under the IR though, and that is pretty awesome, pretty intense, but not as well in color mode. All right, going back a little bit more, I was trying to see if we can find something that was a little better, but most of the other spots were clouded out, same as this. Ooh, hang on, I think I may have found the one I was looking for, and that was this one here. It is a little bit out of focus. I don't know why, but we see how much it's lit up there, and you can see it light up over here. I just advanced about 5 seconds. We're going to do another 5 seconds ahead. You see it got a little dimmer there, but we did have some output right there, some bacon coming down. And if we would have had more of that, I would really be happy. This is probably one of the bigger eruptions that we've seen come out of this thing as of late. So kind of neat to see a little bit of bacon, and that is awesome, you guys. And yeah, and there really wasn't too much before that. Basically clouds. If there was more eruptions, I wouldn't know about it because they were buried. We wouldn't have been able to see. And I unfortunately was out of focus here, so really hard to see what is really moving down there. But it was captured nonetheless, and that's kind of what we see. Okay, popping over from Marapi, we'll go over to New Zealand really quick. There is Mount Ruapehu. Oh yeah, sure. That's what they all say, right? Let's put it into a different time era. Nope, no Ruapehu. I thought I seen it here though, somewhere. Nope. I guess we're not having a look at Ruapehu today. So yeah, I'm looking at all of it, and no, definitely too cloudy and nothing happening. It's back there though, guys. It's really not doing anything, and that's all right. Not going to worry about it. I'm going to pop it back over here, and we will go back to Semeru, and Semeru, of course, and after we do Semeru, I'm going to get going for that break. There, Semeru. Yeah, it was not bad for a while, and then unfortunately it clouded over. Let's see if we can get onto it here, where it looked pretty decent. And this was just as the sun was rising, 5:21. You can see that looks pretty nice. That little video clip that I shot earlier was from way earlier in the night, and yeah, it might have been in here, and that's about 10 hours ago. So I'm going to run that clip again and let you guys look at it. This is a basically I took I don't know, an hour or so and scrunched it down into a time lapse for you because it's fairly slow in between eruptions, and it did give out a little bit. So yeah, the other shot was very picturesque as well, but picturesque and lavely are two different things. So we do like it. Anyway, you guys, as this is playing, I'm gonna just go through my spiel. If you guys have not yet hit that like button, please do consider hitting the like button. Doc, you were wrong. Wonky Donkey is here. I didn't say wrong. Wonky Donkey isn't here. I seen him earlier. He's been here. He disguises himself. He calls himself all kinds of other things. He came in one day and called himself Al Sanchez. I know that sounds a little odd, eh? I'm kidding, Al. It's all good. But anyway, that was Samaru earlier. And yeah, what? Now I got your ears tweaked up and tuned in. Anyway, there's your very picturesque Samaru, and that is in Indonesia and East Java, and oh, gotta love it. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna see if I can put you back over onto the other beautiful lava. If I can push the right button. Al got me all confuddled. I'm kidding. Al didn't do anything. I'm naturally this way. Anyway, keep smiling, everyone. It's all fun. Yeah. Oh, I turned that thing off. I swear I did. Oh. There we go. All right. It's off now. Oh, my God. Okay. Yay. No, Sophie. No, not yet. I got to go on the break first. Then we'll play the music. All right. For those good people that are here, and if you have not yet hit the like button, please do consider hitting it if you are enjoying the show. And of course, those who have not yet subscribed, please hit that subscribe button if you feel we've earned it. What you are seeing on screen is from September 26th last year. I do believe, was it 26th? Yep, and just had to make sure. And that is Cumbre Vieja volcano. And of course, we show these during the breaks. So once we get back, we'll get back to regular volcanoes. And this is old stock footage, if you want to call it that, or canned lava. Careful where you grab those cans. Make sure you use tongs. Anyway, after the break, I will be back with some bacon seeds. So keep smiling, don't go away, and be happy, people, and play nice with the lava. I'll be back. Al's got a full course meal? Is this me, Doc? Sophie, is this me, Doc? I don't know, is that you? Sophie, you are there. Thank you for the welcome back from Piggy and Sue Hayes. And B-Mat's got all kinds of things going there. And thanks Snowman and Alba Girl and Kevin Haynes. The drawing, yeah, that drawing wasn't from this show. That drawing was from the day that we did from last year, September 26th. Anyway, hey, I did say bacon seed time. Let me use my magical powers here and stop that volcano. And now we have Dr. Fox. I hear you, Doc. Thanks, Sharon Stewart. Awesome. And dance. Oh, I can't dance. Sorry. 2 left feet. Extra bacon. Thanks, Al. We do that. Speaking of bacon, let's get to our bacon seeds. And everybody's always waiting for these. Anyway, that's the 6-pack with all those spots from yesterday. And they are absolutely adorable. But let's move on to today's brand new little bacon seeds. And look at the size of this tiny little fella. He's just so tiny, you guys. He's still like wrinkly. He's so tiny. And I'm sure he'll grow up to be a happy mini pig once he gets going. And next one, there we go. This guy looks a little bit more courageous. I'm not sure what he's got there, but it looks like an orange spinner. And he's spinning it pretty good. And he's doing a fine job at it. Not sure who does the hair on that one. That's kind of just showing us its tail and that, but that looks like needs a haircut. Nice stripes. Yeah, I think he's got some awesome looking fur. Definitely neat looking. I like it. And he's got Vulcan ears. So pretty cool. Wonky Donkey says hello, everyone. Carrots. Okay, Wonky Donkey says hello, everyone. There we go. Part wild pig. Yeah, possibly a zebra. No, I don't think it's a zebra. Anyway, here's our next little bacon seed. And all I'm seeing is spots. This guy definitely has a bunch of spots, and he doesn't look too happy. He's kind of looking at the area going, there's got to be more out here, better things. Dalmatian pig. Yep, I think so. I think we have 101 Dalmatians in there somewhere. All right, he looks hungry. Oh, maybe that's what it is. He's needs some food. And all right, moving on. Next bacon seed, and that is this little guy, and he's looking right into the camera, saying, "Are you in there? Are you in there? Are you sure?" Anyway, I like the way he is looking. And that is pretty cute, you guys. So, next one, moving on here. And I still like this one, it's cute. Okay, there we go. This guy. And he's looking pretty plump. I don't think he's shy on the eating department. But one black ear, one pinkish ear. That is kind of cute as well. And pretty awesome. Pretty awesome, you guys. Okay, so let's get to our very last bacon seed. Oh, he wants a kiss. Saying, "Come here and give me a kiss." Oink, 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 oink. All right. Sound effects. This little piggy kind of scared me when I looked at him. I'm going, okay, what is going on with that? I don't know if that's really what we call a bacon seed, but I don't know. That has got to be a specific breed with that really wiry hair and stuff like that. That guy would almost scare me. And yeah, scary ears. Yeah, it's a bandit pig, black eyes. Kind of reminds me of a raccoon. And no, not curly. Definitely not curly. Look at those ears. Yep. I think it's what Q at eared piglet. All right. Wear pants. No, DJ. I don't know. He's not wearing pants. Anyway, let's leave it be. And that is it for our bacon seeds today. Thank you very, very kindly, Piggy, for doing such a wonderful job again. And we do really respect that. Bat-eared. Oh, auto incorrect. Okay. Bat-eared. I got it. That makes more sense, Henry. But, yeah. Awesome. Okay, let's move on to our other volcanoes around the world, and we will take a look and see what we've got going on at this place called Japan. And I think they have some Japanese food there. And I'm not sure what's going on here. Why is that so plumy over here? Things that make you go, Anyway, we go back in time a little bit. We do see that it was partially from the volcano itself, and then also from the clouds in the area. So it is throwing off a lot of material, and when we get a little bit further into the wee hours, you can see it is coming from the volcano as well as other areas. So that's kind of what we're seeing at Sakurajima, and that is in the southern end of Japan. Hey, Brian Rockwell fan, welcome back. I'm glad to have you on board. And let's see. Okay, how'd I do that? Oh, we got an ad now. They put ads on here. Darn it. Okay, I jumped over it, and let's go to the other camera and see what that looks like. No ice cream boats right now. I don't know if this guy is coming or going. We can see him out there in the water. We'll see if he gets closer. But again, it does look like it has been pluming quite a bit here. And I'm not sure if that is steam or smoke or what's coming out of there. But definitely seeing some activity. And we need to kind of pay attention to what this guy does in the future. When we go back in time, I was trying to see what it would look like earlier, and this is kind of what the difficulty was with the other clouds in the way. So hard to tell. And then when we go back into the night view, we don't see any glow coming up from over there. So kind of makes a guy wonder, so what's going on? And this is about 47 minutes after midnight, and nothing. So I'm going to put that back onto live, and that is what it is right now. And unfortunately, no ice cream boat. We'll have to come back and get our ice cream later. It looks like that guy's leaving. He's getting further away. So the other one should be coming in pretty quick over on this side. We'll see what happens. Anyway, a quick close-up peek at the crater there at Sakurajima. And that is what you're seeing. And with all that cloud and everything, it is difficult to tell what's actually coming from the volcano and what is just natural cloud. Hey, Tony Flabby, welcome back, and glad to have you on board. Yeah, it is a nice crater. If we can actually see it, it is actually very nice looking. A lot of pore marks, if you will, going down the sides where multiple flows had run out. And I'm surprised at how these flows, they weren't really thick flows. So pretty cool though, and I do like that view. Um, anyway, gonna leave it. We don't know what's going on, but hopefully we'll find out if it is in fact erupting some more. And of course, this is over to Mount Fuji. We don't see Mount Fuji, it's hiding. And earlier I was looking, and no way, it's in the clouds. We know it's there somewhere, unless somebody has beamed it away, or if your name is David Copperfield and you moved it. Okay, never mind. I don't know if you all know who David Copperfield is, the magician. Anyway, okay. Next volcano. And this one, why is it so fuzzy? It's as good as it gets. All right, that is Aso, and that is also located in Japan. And the caldera is right in here. So again, the same issue we had with over at Sakurajima. So much cloud, you can't really tell what's actually coming out of the crater, and very, very difficult. So that's what it is. Mars 2028, how come you got a question mark? That is ASO, ASO, ASO-san in Japan. Barbara, Dinkle Storm Chaser, Dutch Weather, welcome, glad to have you on board. And who else popped in here? I might have missed somebody saying hi to Hans. Oh, Hans, it was Hans Clock. Oh, Hans Clock. All right, there we go. Now I got it. Anyway, glad to have you on board, Barbara. It does actually look like there's a fair amount of steam coming out of there. And because of the amount of rain they had in the area, it would have been that way. All right, let's keep going and see what else we've got here. One more in Japan, and of course this is our pea soup camera is what I'm going to call it from now on. This is down in the islands south of Japan's mainland, and this is Suwanoshi-jima. Suwanoshi-jima, of course, being on its own little island, and the camera that they're using is on another island, and it's quite a distance away. Very difficult to tell. I did back up to, 8:16 a.m. You can see that we do have off-gassing. It is definitely coming out of the volcano. I'm not sure how much of that, again, is really dirty, dark stuff. We do see a little dark area there. Not sure if that's the same as this cloud, or just something else that it happened to be producing. But that is where it is. We do know it is active and doing its thing. Love it. Okay, so that is what we had there. If we go back a little bit more, I was trying to see if we actually had some fire in there. You can see it a little more there, but I didn't see if we had a glow during the night. I think they suffered from more clouds again. So, oh, actually, the stars are up there. We should be able to see something. And no, I'm not seeing anything in there. And that gets back into the soup of the day. And oh, yeah, how can you tell where it is there? So, yep, not that good. Anyway, we'll put it back to its live state. We know it's there. Suwanosejima, of course, being too far away to really get a decent picture. Let's see if our ice cream boats have showed up yet. Neither one has shown up. All right, we will get back to that one in a few minutes. And I am going to see if we can get you on the next one. And let's see, is that actually working? I do believe it is live. And let's, since we're in Japan, we'll go down to the Philippines, and we'll have a look at Taal. And Taal is continuing to do its off-gassing, and there it is. And of course you can see the crater is right in here. For those who aren't familiar with it, this actually used to be quite a bit taller, you guys. This used to go up to about 3,000 feet at one point in time, and it is now just a little bit over 1,000 feet, or 380 some meters, something like that. So if you can imagine, it used to be up to there, and it's gone. And that is kind of, where did it go? But anyway, that's what happened to it many, many years ago. It blew apart and disappeared. Most of it is laying here. So that's what we're seeing. And all right, so we see that guy. Let's pop over to our next view, and this is going back to North America. And hey, it's the old geyser. I mean, the old geyser, Old Faithful, and Old Faithful, of course, just getting started. Taal was a beautiful island before it blew apart. Okay, I'm sure it was, but you know, it being within the lake there, it's kind of neat. But anyway, no, not an old goat. It's an old geyser. I mean geyser. It's been around for a few 100,000 years, I guess, and doing its thing. Actually, I'm not sure how long that geyser has been going. That's actually something I'm going to try to find out, you know, for Old Faithful, because that is kind of weird. How long has it actually been working? They do have a lot of people there today, as you can see in the spectator stands all the way around it, including on the back side. When you're looking, you can see these guys over there, and that's kind of cool, and all the way around, and that will encircle the whole thing here. But looks like it kind of died out a little bit right now. You'd think with all that extra water and that it's been getting, that it would be doing a lot bigger eruptions and a little bit more frequently, according to USGS. But we're not seeing that, and that's interesting as well. Anyway, we are getting very close to break time, so I am going to go through the spiel here. For those good people who are here, if you have not yet hit that like button, please help us out, trying to at least get to 100 for likes. That would be awesome if we can get it up there. I see it. We are at 79 on my screen here, and it would be nice if we can push her up over that 100 mark. So that would be excellent. And for those good people who have not yet subscribed, you can hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the bell notification while you're there. 135 years. Okay, so the Old Faithful is okay, now Trev T, is that 185 years 135 years continuous, or is that when they started recording it? Because I think it's been around a little bit longer than that from the thing. So still moist here. Okay, Tony, we were looking at your temperatures all the time, and I don't know what you call moist, but we seen that you were suffering with a 76% relative humidity, which is way down from your norm of 82 or 85. So that must have been dry. I was thinking you'd have to go drinking water and supplement yourself. But anyway, okay, enough of that. So yeah, Old Faithful. I don't know. It's not really gonna pop right now for us. I don't think. Maybe it will. Um, because it is break time for me. So maybe what we can do is I'll leave it on here instead of the lava. It's gonna throw some material out, so I will do that. And let's see if I have, yeah, I do have some music on here, so we can do that. We'll leave it here for the break, you guys. And yep, it should be throwing out some steam very soon. Anyway, I'm going to go take that 5-minute break. I'm your host, DrFox2000, here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, a long ways away from any of these volcanoes. The closest one actually would be Old Faithful or Yellowstone. And Old Faithful was discovered in 1870. Okay, thanks, Kevin Haynes. And so it was discovered. That means it was blowing out stuff way before that, and that wouldn't surprise me. So, okay, I'm going for that break, you guys. Don't go away. Stay tuned, and we got another good half hour after I get back from the break. So, keep smiling, and I will be back. And hopefully, Old Faithful will give us a show here while I'm on break. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, I'm turning the microphone back on now. And there we go. I'm still waiting for Old Faithful to actually shoot some wonderful lava, or sorry, steam up in the air. A lava. That would be pretty wild if it started shooting out lava. I think we really would be seeing a wonderful thing there, and all those people would be running. Oh, surprise! I can hear you, Dr. Fox. Thank you, and thank you for the welcomes back from Sue and Grandma B and Piggy and Kevin and Albergirl and Sharon and Mars and Tony and Al Sanchez and B-Mat can hear me, and that is all great. Okay, we're doing good, you guys. BB is back and she's eating, for anyone who needs to know. And I don't know, Old Faithful as not being very reliable. What about our ice cream boat? Have we got an ice cream boat yet? We'll wait. And yes, there is one parked there. He must have snuck in. And yeah, you can see him. He's docked in there. So, yep, we do have one ice cream boat, you guys. You can run down again. There's the street, and it curves. Hang on, there it is. And it curves, and then you have to hang a left down there and go out to the dock and get your ice cream. So that is pretty cool. Let's pop back over to Old Faithful. Is it going yet? Is it going yet? No, it's not. I don't think it will. Anyway, while it's doing its thing, I'm going to go over to Hawaii, and while we're waiting, so let's have a quick peek at Hawaii, and oh my god, hey, there's that intro music. All right. No, we don't want that. Anyway, that's all good, guys. There is Hawaii from actually yesterday at 1741, and we did see that level was getting higher again within the pond. Hawaiian gremlins. Oh, don't bring up those gremlins again. I know they're around here somewhere, and we gotta watch out. They are what they are, you know. I do believe I seen it. There it is. There's the gremlin. And okay, enough. Yeah. Anyway, let's refresh that. By the way, we can see the bridge is still intact, and we do have to have a lava tube underneath feeding this area. That cracking is also looking like it's getting bigger. I'm not sure if that whole area is going to break off eventually and flip and sink or something. We'll see what happens. It's thick material, you guys, so we don't know what's going to happen. There is what it looks like at present, and we can see it is definitely starting to really fill up. It does look like it broke the bridge out, and that a toe is now being fed again with a normal lava, and we do see it splashing off the back walls here and these areas. So I think we do have an influx from over here. This is the lava tube that feeds it. It's right underneath this area, and steaming in some spots from the right hand side on in, and makes all these wonderful patterns. Pretty cool stuff looking at those patterns. And next one, this again from yesterday, 1748 was the time on this. That smoke plume there, that's where your primary vent is. The lava tube is right about here, and there's that little bit of smoke that we could see on the other shot. That's coming from there, so that lava is flowing in that direction. Hard to see, but we do have a raised area in here, that center, and the outside ring is kind of fresher magma, or fresher lava I should say, and it's doing what it does best, and that is sit there. Let's refresh that one, take a look. A little bit less smoke, we can see here again, not bad for the primary vent, but you can now see the circular pattern around the edge here. Actually, a little bit, not quite a circle. It's kind of got some weird shapes to it, but that whole center area is raised up, and the area around the edges are still a little bit lower, and lots and lots of space for lava to fill up inside that caldera. So pretty awesome. I'm waiting for it to reach that point. Once it gets to that point, that means it'll start flowing out into this area. That'll be a really, really cool show. And at that point in time, I think then we'll have to seriously look about going to Hawaii. Not sure if this camera's working yet. That is still the old picture. We'll try it. Nope, still broken. I'm not going to worry about that guy. This is the thermal from yesterday at 1744. And again, you can see the primary vent there. There's a little hornito, and the lava tube is underneath there flowing into the pond. Again, you can see the raised area in the center area here, and the lower area around the edges. And of course, you can see some of the glow of that lava still being very hot and fresh in the outer edges there. So pretty cool, and or hot. Can't use cool in this term. There is the primary vent again, extra hornito, lava tube feeding, and of course it looks like a little bit more of a glow to it. We've got some hot spots as well, and that's kind of what we've got for there, and that is Hawaii for right now. Looking to see if more ice cream boats. No, he's leaving. I hope you got everybody got their ice cream. That guy's leaving too. Okay, back over to see if we have anything happening. People are getting restless. A lot of people starting to walk away from the looks of things. Old Faithful is not being faithful. And hang on. Is it starting to cook now? Maybe not. No ice cream, sorry. Yep, some people got ice cream. Cool footage. I love the IR. And it's okay. All right, that was that C&D boy. Truth Views. Okay. Pretty cool. Buzzkill. Sasha, what's a buzzkill? Anyway, I think it's finally starting, isn't it? Maybe? I don't know. Come on, Old Faithful. Turn up those steam valves and get them good. Get them going. Sam Squatch is stuck in the plumbing. You know, that wouldn't surprise me that we probably got a fur ball in there somewhere. Smoke signals. Yeah. Okay, well, we can't wait for this forever. It's taking too long. Let's... we did take a look at Hawaii, and let's take a look at the earthquakes that we have that are associated with Hawaii for today. And there's our earthquake map. Really, I don't have that much going on, but we'll go through it. There's most of our Hawaiian islands, of course, Oahu there, and Maui there, and your big island of Hawaii right here. And zooming in, we don't see anything new out in the water, so we do see some new stuff up on top of Mauna Loa, and a couple of quakes over here at Kilauea. Let's run through these ones at Pahala first, and there's the town of Pahala, and this one is actually in the water, 1.8 from 1438 today. And then I will start over here. This guy from today at 1:25 a.m. 2.3. This guy here at 2.2, 1:17 a.m. This guy 1.9, 7:32 a.m. 1.8 from 6:28 in the morning. This 2.7 is 11:27 is the time on that guy. Moving up a little closer to Pahala town, and that one is from yesterday, 21:48. This guy here from today at 10:58, and that is 1.7. Sliding over to see the other ones here. We'll start with this down here, 2.5, and that was at 9:55. This guy at 1.9 at 5:37 a.m. This guy is 2.4, 17:12. This one is 1.8, and that happened at 9:06. And a few more here, 1.8 yesterday, 23:05. And I think that basically covers those ones down there. We do have this guy all by himself. We'll take a quick look there. 1.2, and that is 11:47. Now that's only 4.1 kilometers down. These other ones all average between about 29 kilometers down to about 35 kilometers. So that's why we don't call out the depths of those. And I'll leave that there. We do see a bunch up here on Mauna Loa, and we'll have a quick peek. 1.6, 5 kilometers down from 1314, 1300 for this 0.8, a little bit smaller, 4.1 kilometers down. This one is 1.9 from 1137. 4.1 kilometers down. So those are all in that same basic range. These ones right in the well, let's do these first. We'll get these ones. 1.4, 0.4 of a kilometer down below sea level, and that is 9:34 a.m. This guy here is from 5:21 a.m. and 0.2 kilometers below sea level. Or 200 meters, and that's a little bit deceiving because that one, it's still got another couple kilometers to get to the top surface here. So it's actually about 2.2 kilometers down from the ground level. This guy here, 2.2, 5:44 a.m., and that's saying 100 meters above sea level. And so probably about 1.9 kilometers down. We do have this guy here, 2.2 from 11:28, and that is 1.4 kilometers above sea level, so well within the mountain. And this one 1.6 kilometers down, 11:47 a.m. and that is 1.8, and then we have this 1.1 from 10:20 a.m. and it's 1.5 kilometers above sea level. A couple more over here that we missed, 2.3, and that is at 9:10 a.m. 500 meters below sea level. This guy here is 4.2 kilometers down. It is a 2.4 from yesterday at 22:08. Let's slide over and take a look at Kilauea, and we do have two earthquakes that are right underneath it, and this one 1.1 kilometer down below sea level. That would make it about 2 kilometers roughly, or a little bit more. That is a 1.7, happened at 14:38. Then we move on to this guy here, 1.9, and it is 0.2 kilometers below sea level, and that is 3:54 a.m. for that guy. So that is what we've got on there on Hawaii for their earthquakes, and that is pretty awesome. Nothing major to get scared about, I guess, and I'm not gonna worry about too much. Of course, we always like looking at the red ones because unlike Smarties, we eat them first. 5.0 here in Japan happened at 1800, 10 kilometers down, And when we look, it's out in the subduction area, so definitely doing something, but I don't think it's going to scare anyone. It was out away from most of the public. We do see these down here around our Tonga and Fiji area, and we'll look at this one here. Fiji Islands, 344 kilometers down, 4.6 from 8:53 a.m. their time, 4.3 here at 4:11. That is even deeper, 587 kilometers down. Boy, that's a long ways off. 603 kilometers down on this guy. Holy mackerel, 4.2, and that is very, very deep, and that not much we can do with those. Good night, DJ, if you're heading off, and we'll see you tomorrow. We see a couple more little ones here in Afghanistan, 4.3, 87.5 kilometers down, and then 4.3 again at 85 kilometers down. So that's basically the earthquakes. We don't see anything major anywhere else. We had a 4.3 in Chile, kind of small. This 4.6 in Panama area, and again, not anything super, super large. I'm popping over, and I'm going to refresh this anyway. I'm popping over to, we already looked at the Azores, so we're looking at the Canary Islands now. And I was going to bug Yvonne Kunkel about this and tell her, oh, there's a horrible, horrible quake there. She's going there on her 2-week vacation, and I got to bug her and tell her, so look, you can't go. There was a major quake, but 1.6, 13 kilometers down is the only quake we're seeing on the Palma today, and that happened at 20:02. So very minor as far as activity, and we're going to leave that be. I'm not worried about the other ones in the area, and that's all good. Looking at our volcano map, going to refresh that one really, really quickly as well, and see what we can come up with here, and go through things very fast. So we see here Asja, the only one being visualized on this map for Iceland, and of course Seo George still showing there. Michael Volcano down here, South Sandwich Islands. And then you've got your basic stuff in the Ring of Fire. I don't think there were any changes. Still looking pretty much the same as it was before. So I'm not going to worry too much about stuff. We do see those extra quakes there, and some older ones out on New Zealand. Luo, Latak, Semaru, Marapi, and Krakatoa. Nobody has taken them. They're still there. Ibu and Dukono also are still active, and nobody has moved them. And there's Suwanoshi-jima, the one we can't see too well most of the time, and Sakura-jima. So this actually, if we zoom in again out here, and again, I'm not sure exactly which island they've got the camera on, but as you can see, this is where the volcano is, and I think it might be over here on Toshima that they have it, but don't know, and I don't read Japanese, unfortunately. Zooming back out a little bit, just to look at the rest of it. There's our wonderful guys up in Kamchatka, and they are still doing their thing. You got Chikarachki and Ibiko, and then Karimsky, Bazimiani, and then of course Shivalish up here, doing out there a fantastic job. Speaking of these guys out here, that's Alaska, and that is the Aleutian Islands, and of course that's Semi, Great Sitkins, Cleveland, and Pavlov are the volcanoes there. While we're here doing that, let's pop over to Alaska for a second. Pardon me. And anyway, that was today's picture, and I thought I'd share that with you for semi. And let's see if we can find that and manipulate those a little bit. Where is it? There it is. Okay, we could see a couple more shots when we went through it, so that is not bad looking, and we can actually see it. Usually it's completely in the clouds, so always nice to see that we have some Alaskan activity as well, and beautiful to see it when it is actually working. Okay, so that's semi. Let's pop over to Pavlov. No visibility of Pavlov. There is our wonderful Great Sitkins off in the distance, and this is the only view. The other one didn't show anything for me. And then, of course, we don't have any updates on Cleveland at all. So that's kind of what it is, and just figured I'd throw that in real quick. All right, let's pop over to our wonderful weather maps, and we are going to get through that fairly quick as well. Thing in North America here, I'm going to refresh this so it's okay. Oh yeah, Tuesday, thunderstorms. Okay, we're going to get some more thunderstorms. Anyway, looking up in the top area here, remember where all that wonderful heat is, and they have like 30 or 32 degrees Celsius up top here, and I was saying a lot of this is going to cause a bunch of methane, and that permafrost is going to start melting out and create some off-gassing. Well, there you see it. It is doing exactly that, and that is unfortunate, but it is it's basically bad air up there now, guys, and that is probably the worst pollution they've seen in I guess it'll be years, hundreds of years, tens of thousands of years, I don't know. It depends on how much that permafrost has melted. Anyway, rest of North America are pretty much the same as usual. We see that some of this is blowing into the Pacific, and that is kind of what the wind is doing, pushing it all out of Mexico and Central America into the Pacific Ocean, and it pushes out up to about here, and then this area curls back around and pushes everything back across to the Atlantic, and you see it going out there and swirling around, getting shot out. Rio de Janeiro, that area, creating a lot of SO2. Looking at our thing here, this was interesting to see. I'm not sure where that actually originated from. I'm not going to worry about that plume anymore. White Isle volcano, not as much or as intense as it was. Same thing with Tofua, and a little bit quieter. Yasur and his buddies over in Vanuatu are still doing their thing, and then sliding back over. Oh, I see here Leo Carlson is not using his barbecue today, and we don't have anywhere near as much SO2. Yeah, Leo's probably got sandwiches, leftover sandwiches from yesterday. All that chicken and stuff that he did. So pretty cool. Going up a little bit more, and I see Papua New Guinea, those ones that are all on simmer are still throwing out quite a bit of SO2. Who is it? Dukono and Ibu? Yeah, Ibu. Right there doing their thing. Luolotok, Semaru, Marapi, and Krakatoa. Those are where those plumes are coming from. Mind you, you also have Jakarta, a very large city with lots of people. And moving up here a little bit, Bulusan doing its thing and not as much. And most of that is from another city, and that would be the capital of Manila. So pretty cool. That's not vanilla, that's Manila. Manila. Taiwan, normal stuff there. Suwanosi Jima, and dumping its stuff out. We're really not seeing too much coming off of Simaru, and that's kind of odd. I would think that we would see a little bit more coming out there. And going back up and looking at what we are getting from the Kamchatka Peninsula, still some pretty heavy duty stuff coming out of Bezimiani, and not so much from Karimsky, but that's what's going on up there, and Chevrolet probably dumping a little bit in there as well. That, of course, sitting in the Pacific. Looking here, we don't see too much other than pollution from people, and there's India still doing its thing, and we got the same thing down here, pollution in South Africa, as well as DR Congo is pollution from coal mining, as well as the volcano there. Very hard to tell where Erta Ale is. It's in here somewhere. And of course, again, pollution from Saudi Arabia causing that. And here we see a pretty nasty plume coming out of this place. And of course, that is from Mount Etna. And we do still see some pluming coming off of this area as well. And that is Stromboli doing that. So Stromboli, Volcano, and Etna are responsible for this plume coming out here. So that's what we're looking at. Looks pretty clear in other places, though. Spain, Portugal, France, Germany looking not bad. Holland and Belgium very clear. Ireland very, very clear. And looking at England, Wales, not bad. And looking at Norway, Sweden, and Finland, very clean looking. Same thing with Iceland. So no issues there. And I think we're good with the SO2. Let's pop over to our temperatures. And I am going to refresh that and zoom out. And there we go, back into North America first. Looking at Canada and Alaska. Alaska still holding some nice temperatures, and again, not good for the permafrost. This is crazy, you guys. I have never seen 31, 32 degrees along the Mackenzie River way that far north. That is just absolutely nuts. Just baffling me. Same thing with out here on these islands. I think they haven't seen these temperatures in a couple of million years. Permafrost is melting and creating all kinds of SO2 and off-gassing up there. Look, it's colder here in Edmonton, and of course northern portions a little bit warmer, and they always say, go south, young man, go south. Well, I think I am going to go south and not north. Looking at the United States, it's doing very, very well. Arizona, again, very hot. Same thing, bottom end of California. You've got Nevada, as well as Texas cooking up, New Mexico cooking as well, Oklahoma, and as everything goes through here, Missouri and not Missouri, Louisiana, and up in these areas, all awesome. A little cooler in Georgia and pretty nice in Florida, the Panhandle, a little bit warmer, and looking at South Carolina, kind of a mixed bag there, I think. North Carolina a little bit warmer as well, and going up the coast as we can see it all the way up into Boston. Starting to cool off a little bit the higher you go, and Nova Scotia, PEI, Newfoundland, we've got this horrible low sitting out here that is probably doing a number of cooling things, but it is also helping draw some of that warm air up and sending it off to the areas up here in England and Europe and that area, including Iceland, to keep things warm. Looking at Central America, not bad, nothing too hot or too cold, I guess. Same thing with the Amazon. It's holding pretty good. We do see the cutoff line here, again, a little ways north of Buenos Aires, and that is kind of where we see it. Sliding in here, there's that mass disturbance right in between New Zealand and Australia, of course, and we do see it's cold, very cold in some spots on the South Island. A lot warmer up on the North Island, since it's drawing in some of that hot air. Leo Carlson just brought up his weather for Melbourne, and it says 11 degrees. It says 10 on here, but yeah, 11, close enough. And that's what we're seeing, but we're seeing cold air being blown up from the south, and that's not good. I think he would prefer if he had some of that warm air being blown in here. Tasmania looking pretty cool itself. Same thing with Sydney, about 11, 12 degrees. Then you've got Brisbane up here, 15 degrees Celsius, not bad. Adelaide was 12 as well. And not anything major up in the north there, just some warmth. And then we get over to Perth, about 15 degrees. So really not that bad. Looking here in our Indonesian, Malaysian, and Philippine area, it is still holding quite warm. We do have a high pressure sitting there. Bangkok is 29 degrees Celsius, 72% relative humidity. That is hot. Thanks, Sue. Going up, looking at what's going on here. We got a high pressure sitting in just at the south end of Japan, and looks like it's pretty hot in some places in China and South Korea. Quite warm right now. A little easier in North Korea, and then of course getting back into Russia, some spots warmed up quite a bit. Looking at Kamchatka Peninsula, temperature-wise, beautiful temperatures there, and again a real hot spot sitting up here, and that is amazing that it is still hot. Looking a little bit more, India, Pakistan, Iran, Iraq, still holding their temperatures. Saudi Arabia and those places quite warm. UAE, 35, 36 degrees. These are nighttime temperatures, guys. And Egypt, a little bit cooler than some of the other spots, but still quite hot. And we get over in the western portions here of the Sahara Desert, very, very warm, sliding down into this area, Mediterranean, and of course Piggy is over here on the island of Kos, and she is about 25, 26 degrees there. So again, nighttime temperatures, that's quite warm for at night. Don't sleep so well. And looking at what we've got on Sicily, and that varies depending on where you are. Higher elevations, a little cooler. So looking at the coastal areas, 25, 26 degrees for the most part. The same thing goes down here to the tip of the boot, but as soon as you start moving up, they've got some milder temperatures going all the way up the coast. So a little cooler in the highlands. Looking here, we do see warm down in the southern portions of Spain and Portugal, a little cooler up top, and we do see here in France, it is kind of, I guess we'd call it moderate, warm down on the bottom, a little cooler up top. Germany, actually quite cool for nighttime. They could possibly stand to be a little bit warmer. Out here in Irish monk country, 13 degrees roughly, and of course that is blowing in from some of that Gulf Stream air, keeping them warmer, and that is having an effect on England as well as Wales, and of course North Scotland is the one I was looking for. Grandma B, thank you very kindly. Grandma B with the first super chat of the day, the only super chat of the day so far. Thank you kindly for that $3 super chat, Grandma B. That it definitely helps out, and that is awesome. I appreciate it. Germany, like I say, holding its temperature a little cooler, and we do see probably going to get a little bit more warm air blowing in here in the next day or two, with that jet stream or the Gulf Stream being where it is. And yeah, actually it looks warmer in probably about the same in Denmark as it is in Germany. Zooming out a little bit, we see the bottom end of Sweden and parts of Norway not too bad, but as soon as you get up in the north here, starts to cool off. What happened to that hot air that we had up here? I think that low stole it. No, it's gone over here into Russia. This low stole it. So that's what we're seeing. Quick peek here at Iceland, a little bit warmer temps. Well, not really warmer, but 9-10 degrees. And that is kind of the norm for this type of time of year for them. So nothing too crazy. I found a minus 66 degrees Celsius in Antarctica. Well, we'll take a look right away and see what we can find right after we look at the storms, and that's what we're going to do now. And there we go, and this is our wonderful storms. There's Bonnie still off the coast of Mexico, and there's Eri still off the coast of Japan. So those two storms are definitely there. Looking up in the northern portions of I guess, well, you call that Canada. Anyway, looks like snow and freezing rain for those guys. We do have a lot of showers happening in Alaska, as well as the Yukon, and some into the Northwest Territories, and also some showers here on this island where it's really warm, and that's kind of odd. That's going to help melt that permafrost even more. Usually they don't get a lot of rain up here, guys, and that's why I'm a little bit going, weird. Anyway, looks like British Columbia is just absolutely bedazzled with rain, and then of course same thing with Alberta. Looking over in the eastern provinces, Montreal, it's not in the water, but the rest of Quebec is, and we see this big storm off the coast. Newfoundland getting hit. It wouldn't be too bad over here in Nova Scotia and PEI, It'd be in Montana and Idaho in that area. Then we've got a high down here in Colorado, I believe, or is that Utah? One of the two. I think that's Colorado. And lots of little storms, and these are more isolated rather than big, massive, huge storms. So when you get thunder boomers zipping by, it's not bad. This is a little bit more developed, so that could be larger storming areas for you. Looking at all of Florida, not so bad on the handle, but all the way down here, we're definitely seeing a lot of stuff all over, and going up, as well as Georgia, and let's see, Tennessee is really getting nailed, and Illinois, bottom end of Illinois, I think, is getting nailed, and I don't think Ohio looks not too bad there. And then we get back up the coast here, though, so we're still seeing a lot of it, North Carolina and that area being nailed, and I think Virginia is up there somewhere too. So that's kind of what we got in North America. Looking at Mexico, we do still have quite a bit of storminess in Mexico. That's why we've got such a poor visibility, and that runs all the way down to Nicaragua down here. There's our storm Bonnie, and then he has friends now, and that is part of that equatorial storm. Looking at South America, we do see up in the northern portions of South America, we do have a lot of thunderstorms and stuff like that. That storm that we had hitting here yesterday has mostly moved off. It's left some remnant there, but it has moved out into the ocean. This guy here, though, is still pounding Chile, making Chile even more chilly. And we will zoom over here. Oh, poor New Zealand. And this is just grinding away over top of New Zealand. And that is not so nice. Not sure where that's going to head. Hope it doesn't go towards Australia, because Leo will be really disappointed. He won't have barbecues for weeks. And Tasmania is getting nailed with some rain as well. So that's kind of what we're seeing there. All kinds of storms in this area. This is just crazy. Everywhere you look, there's thunderstorms. And here's that other storm out by Japan. Eri is what that one was called. And we do see some stuff going in bottom end of South Korea, and then all the way in to China, a little bit up here in Russia as well. The Alaskan people are getting that low pressure, and the storm coming in there. So that's what we're seeing. India getting nailed, and my equatorial storm is there, but not as brilliantly bright as it normally is. We do see it is kind of cut up here in the Indian Ocean, as well as coming through some of the Malaysian, Indonesian areas. But that's it for our wonderful weather, and let's have a quick search for very cold temperatures down in Alaska. Minus 60, we found a minus 65, I found a minus 68. That is pretty interesting, and let's see if we can find anything colder than a minus 68. Okay, well, not right there, maybe over here somewhere. Minus 67. Yeah, I will live with a minus 68 for our low today. Whoa, hang on, we have a spot right there. No, that's minus 68 as well. So, yep, oh no, we have a minus 69. I seen it, there it is. There we go. Sue Hayes found a minus 71. Sue, you beat me by 2 degrees, and that is awesome, and that is okay. Yeah, hang on, I might be able to locate it here. I seen the minus 69 here as well, minus 70, and come on, 71, where are you? You're in here somewhere. I know you are. Anyway, I got minus 70, so 1 degree off. Okay. Great stuff, Sue. Thank you for taking a look. And that is still very, very cold, you guys. So please bundle up your wonderful penguins before you send them out to go play in the snow or on the ice or wherever you're sending your penguins. Unless you're sending your penguins to, say, Central America, then maybe get them a bathing suit. All right, I don't think they need any clothes. What, Sharon Stewart? Minus 70C for Doc, minus 71 for Sue Hayes. Fair game. Yeah, it's cold regardless, and we're all good. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for today, and I don't have anything else to add to it. We had a look at what we've seen out at wonderful Mount Etna, as well as a lot of the other ones, including Taal, and we never did see a Yellowstone Old Faithful erupt. We do have an ice cream boat sitting and standby for those who are willing to run down. You can go down and get your ice cream now. They are waiting for you. So it is definitely worthwhile if you like it. And on that friendly note, I think I will wrap things up. I'm just going to find my wonderful lava here, and then we will let that run for a few minutes, and hopefully everybody will be happy. And big thank you to all of you for being here today. I want to say thank you to Grandma B for throwing in that $3 super chat. I really appreciate it. And also want to say thank you to all of the members, and those memberships, of course, help pay the power bill, etc., that kind of thing. And that is awesome. If you guys... oh, I'm just trying to do something else here at the same time. Sorry. If you guys have not yet hit that like button, and we're still short about 12 before we hit that 100 mark, so please give it a quick bop. Good night, everyone, or day, and Grandma B, good night to you, and again, thank you kindly, and we will see you tomorrow, hopefully. And there's a bop. We are looking at 90 now on that. So we're only 10 down, and hopefully we'll be able to get a few more likes here before the end of the show. And I do appreciate everyone being here today. That is awesome. Thank you very kindly. I just wish we had a brand new, fresh volcano that we could share with you guys. And I mean, I do feel bad that we're kind of grinding over the old stuff over and over. And I really do wish we had something new and wonderful to look at. And unfortunately, I'm not a god. I cannot make volcanoes erupt on command. So hopefully we will see something happen in the future, in the very near future. Yeah, keeping fingers crossed, Sophie. It would be nice if Ragnar all of a sudden blew us all away and started erupting again. That would be pretty wild. All right, thank you everyone for being here. Everyone is part of that wonderful lava family, and we appreciate all of you. So stick around, and in the future, and we're going to keep going with what we can. And on that note, I want to say thank you to Arizona Snowman, Piggy, Lucas Snow, C&D Boy, and Joseph Fields Official, and any of the other moderators that are hiding in the Lurkers Lounge doing their thing. Do appreciate all of you. And that's it for tonight for me. Please, everyone, make sure that you tell your loved ones that you love them tonight. And don't wait. Seriously. Tell your loved ones you love them tonight, for tomorrow is never promised. I'm your host, DrFox2000, here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Good night, take care, and we'll see you all tomorrow. Oink, oink.